You already know what time it is. Stay winning in the building. You know, I'm one of your hosts, Talib.
I'm your co-host, Curtis, the handsome one.
Not today.
Always.
Today.
Always.
Listen, man, we got a homegrown special guest today.
Yes, we do.
Man, introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are, man.
Brock Young, born and raised Raleigh, North Carolina.
That's right.
That's about it.
That's it?
Until we get into
We're
it.
going to get into it.
Yeah, we get into it.
So listen, guys, listen. Without having to do all the ins and outs, staywinning.tv. That's how you find us. All of the social media links are on there. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Tell your mama, your daddy, your grandmama, everybody to stay winning. You know what I'm saying?
You ask for too much.
I'm just saying. I mean, grandma cooking grits. She can watch a little show.
Right, for sure.
Bet.
You know what I'm saying?
Bet. You got a point.
I stay winning. I'm winning, I'm winning. I stay winning. I did it, I did it. I stay winning. I'm winning, I'm winning. Never losing. I'm winning, I'm winning. Or caught slipping. I did it, I did it. I stay winning. I'm winning, I'm winning. I stay winning. Yeah.
Let's talk about Brock, man.
You know it.
Yeah, man.
Yo, we so glad you was able to make it out, man.
Appreciate you for having me, man.
I got history with Brock. I owe Brock big time. I'm gonna go ahead and say that, man. When I first moved to North Carolina from New Jersey, I used to go down to the boys' club and play a little basketball, trying to keep myself in shape. I'm in my 30s. I got this little high school dude coming in on the court, cooking me.
Yes, he was.
I couldn't do nothing with this kid.
Barbecue chicken.
Man, and then he had his boy with him throwing them alley-oops.
It was crazy. Embarrassed on your day off.
And if it was him, every time. I don't know how to answer that, man. Every time. That's just what it was. But come to find out, you had a long history with basketball at that point. Everybody was excited about you. You had the city on fire back then, man.
Yeah.
You was a senior at Broughton. I say it right?
Broughton. Yeah.
I gotta get
Great
to
history.
New Jersey out.
We got about to get into the history of Broughton. He comes from a great history. I'm about to quiz him though, right? On the pop quiz. All right. There's one name from Broughton, all-time leader in major categories in the NCAA. Who is it? I just learned this.
Major category?
Major categories.
Like what?
Points and assists.
Okay.
What, Pistol?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Pistol Pete is a graduate of Broughton High School.
Dang, you took his spot?
Yeah. I did in the record books. I did.
Yeah. Yes.
I did.
Word?
Yeah.
Pistol Pete, I just learned that, is a graduate of Broughton High School here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Well, guess who else just learned that?
Yep.
I ain't even know.
Yeah.
But I take it. He only played 2 years, so but, you know, I take it. So I still I'm second in points in all time and assists there.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. I'm glad you brought up like the years too, because you know somebody just passed him in NCAA scoring all time, and nobody talked about how he only played 3 years.
Correct.
Yeah, come on now.
Correct. Yeah, but you know the history of Broughton, man. You went to a very, very powerhouse high school here in Raleigh. Of course, we mentioned Pistol Pete.
Yeah.
We got Shaq Randolph, went to Duke,
Yeah.
played in the NBA. Currently, we got Devontae Graham.
Yep.
Currently playing for the Portland Trail Blazers. So, I mean, how does it feel to come from such a great history, great story history from Broughton as a basketball player?
It actually feels really good. Only because I'm a part of that history. I kind of built what the foundation it looks like right now. And so just being who I am, coming from Raleigh, with the city on my back, at a young age, just really like embracing everything. It stood out to me.
Yeah. Being
a part of that history.
Yeah, it's a great history.
It is. Who was your head coach there?
Dang.
Meant that much to you.
Yeah. Coach Farrell. Yeah. I'm thinking East Carolina.
We're gonna get there.
So yeah.
Before you got to Broughton, you played AAU?
At Garner Road, for sure.
At Garner Road. Now, Garner Road is also a story program.
Yeah,
Rich
so
history.
quick little story. I was the first person from Garner Road to get a jersey retired.
Wow.
Yes.
That's fire, bro.
Jerseys in the rafters.
Nice.
AAU jersey.
Yeah. How many people can say that?
Yes.
Crazy. it was kind of unreal back in the day. AAU was a crazy time back then because there was no camera, so everything you had to witness, like you had to be in a gym.
Yeah.
And so we used to pack those gyms out. Literally pack those gyms out.
You know, it's coming from Jersey, right there across the water is New York City and the Great Rucker Park and the stories of the Great Rucker Park.
Right.
If you wasn't there, then you really can't talk about it because a lot of people witness some greatness. That's kind of what that sounds like.
Nah, for sure.
In Garner Road, you know what I mean?
Gauchos too, right there in the city.
Yeah.
That's where the best ballers in New York play for Gauchos.
Yeah.
You right, because we went up to Maryland, we got right with them too.
How'd that
go? Nah, I
who
can't.
Who they bring?
Your boy, he played for Louisville, Edgar Sosa.
Okay.
Woo-wee.
Tough.
Oh my goodness. Yo.
Yeah.
Nah, he was a killer for sure.
Okay.
I think we I don't know if we won that game, but we went down to the wire with them, but that was a good game out there in Baltimore, Maryland. Yep, for sure.
So the history, right? Not just Broughton. We talking Raleigh history right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We talking, North Carolina history. What has it been like to bump shoulders with the likes of John Wall, Dennis Smith Jr., these guys that have played on a high level that I know you've had to run across, meet, or even play on the same court with? What's that
me
been
and
like?
me and John, that's like we were road dogs coming up in high school. So his junior year going and coming to Broughton, we kind of, cause he left for Garner and was coming to Broughton, so we linked up that whole summer working out, everything. So we was together like that whole time from his junior year to him coming to Broughton.
Nice.
And so we was locked in. So it was cool. I mean, went to gyms, we ran the gyms. Right. We ran pickup everywhere we went. And so it was nice that we established that bond before everything kind of got like kind of messy. Kind of got crazy. But that's my dog.
Shout out John Wall, baby. What's up?
For sure. Tell me you used to cook him too. I know, man. Forget about that. But did you play in the pro-am too? Because I know he played in the pro-am out in Durham.
I never got in that pro-am out there. We was always up here. And so I never got a chance to go out there, but I had a few people wanting me to come play out there, but I never, before it got shut down, before I could get out there. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I actually had the opportunity to go check out the John Wall Classic. Last season at Broughton, which was crazy. And you're gonna see the Powell kid I think he's playing for UNC. He was there, so that was live. I want to know a little bit more about AAU. I want to stick to AAU for a minute because Garner Road traveled and played against everybody. Who are some of the players that stood out to you that if you can remember?
When I was 15, I first saw Derrick Rose. And so that was like, and I'm gonna bring it full circle for you. So going 15, going out there, I think it was like Tennessee, it was nationals. And my coach, the big hype was around him. And so my coach took us to the first game that he was playing. And so he had layup lines doing regular, like right hand layup, left hand layup, shooting a jumper with his right hand. Then he shot a jumper with his left hand. And I'm like, okay, hold on. Okay, this is a little different. This is a little different right here. And so first play of the game, he get a rebound and took it like 3 dribbles the full length of the court and stopped on a dime and shot a mid-range at 15 was like insane to think about because most of the time guys are out of control. Right. But he was so in control, pulled up, and I'm like, take me to the gym when we leave here. I'm going, we got work to do. And so from that time that I seen him all the way up until my senior year, it was like a total like transformation. I'm trying to, this is who I need to model my game behind. And then I went to East Carolina and he went to Memphis and we matched off. And so it was like my idol. You reach out.
Yeah.
And so we matched up. And so the first game we played was at Memphis. My teammate can attest to this, Sam Hennett. Late second half, I dropped him on a step back jumper, and then he came back 2 or 3 dribbles and won. But I dropped my idol, and I was just like, hey, we probably lost by 30, but hey, it did not matter at all. It didn't matter at all though. But it was a full circle moment for me, like just seeing him at 15 and then be able to play against him. And it was just like, it was unreal. So
you ever get a chance to just chop it up with him a little bit?
We never had conversation. It was like cause he left. I was still in college to my 4 years, but he was
one and done, right?
Yeah, he was definitely one and done. And so it wasn't really too much we didn't really have words, but I followed him his whole career though. He was he is who he is. So
I mean, youngest MVP for a reason. We talked about him last episode. So shout out to him, a great career, man. D-Rose in the building.
Yeah.
Man, that's insane, man. So let me ask you this question. We all competitors. We play on a competitive level, not as high as you. Out of everybody you've played against, who's that guy that you like, no, come on, really? I gotta deal with this guy for 4 quarters. I gotta chase this guy. Who's that guy for you?
Before you answer, the audacity of you to ask that question when he just talked about D-Rose.
I know he just talked about D-Rose.
Like, how did you go higher than that?
But he put D-Rose on his knees, son.
Yeah. That's
what
he also said.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, but that's a one-off.
Right.
Who's that guy that you know that you had to see? You was like, okay, I got to see this guy.
So in my conference, it was a guy named I really cannot think. He played for I can't even think his name. So I'm gonna go with somebody else. But Tennessee, a kid named Melvin Goings. He was probably like 6'1" and probably 210 football player. And it's like it was nothing. It was because they had Bobby Mays. Do you remember that team with Bobby Mays? That whole team where they was trapping. They had the whole trap team. Yeah. And so we was out in Virgin Islands. And they came with a trap. And I broke the trap the whole game. So the second half, he put Melvin Goings in and took Bobby Mays out. And it was just
it was a problem.
Clamps.
Oh, man.
He just like, I'm like, oh, it's like a football player.
Couldn't go nowhere.
So it was different, man. I was like, yo, I can't do this the whole game, but that was probably the one.
Yeah. So his specialty was defense.
Yeah. He lock in.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Lock in.
Hey, go on, man.
Hey man, it be like that. Sometimes you just it could be your kryptonite. That's your kryptonite.
It's only one game too, so you know.
Yeah.
Who knows what it's like next time around. But since we getting into it, like, so you played Conference USA, the ECU.
Yep.
Take us through that recruitment process, man. A lot of people don't get a chance to really experience that.
So mine was real. It was kind of crazy, only because let me see. I can take this.
You gotta keep the secret.
Yeah.
We got NIL now. We know they was giving that bread.
Don't go there. Don't get any trophies taken away.
Right. The recruiting was real. It was decent. I didn't really get a lot of schools come only because my grades, and that's another thing. If you young kids paying attention right now, focus on these grades because that's what dropped a lot of. I had top majors, UConn, all the big name schools were on me, but then when they saw my grades, it was like, okay, he got to go over here because he can play but no grades, so I can't even look at him. And so it was a lot of guys who I got passed over for just because of my grades. And so when East Carolina came into the picture, they were like, well, we kind of believe in you, so we know you're gonna make it. So regardless of the whatever you got to go through to get to college, we know you're gonna do it. And so that confidence they had into me was like, okay, all right, well,
That's where I'm going.
that's where I'm going. And so I ended up passing the SAT.
Nice.
Crazy high score. I'm not even gonna say it.
You're good.
And so ended up going to East Carolina. I didn't even take another visit. Like so after I had passed the SAT, NC State reached out, VCU reached out, South Carolina reached out. It was a couple schools that were trying to get me, but I'm like,
Clemson reach out?
Clemson was on my they were on me on my sophomore year.
Gotcha.
And he came to practice actually one year and was like, we love you, bro. We want you to come here, but them grades is like, there's nothing we can do. And so they had other guys that they were recruiting, so they kind of went to their other guys. But like I said, I missed out because my senior year I had to have straight A's and I had to take a few honor courses. So they thought the odds were against me. So.
But you showed them.
Yeah, nah.
So what was oh man, what was your ranking coming out of high school in the state?
You know what? I couldn't even tell you. I think I was top 10 maybe. So
I saw a ranking. I saw one organization had you at like fifth in the state or something like that.
It was high. It was definitely high. I was actually above Steph Curry at the time. But
nobody knew he could shoot yet.
Nope.
He didn't know he could shoot like that.
Nope. And so I'm gonna take the wins when I can. So you feel me? Like, but that just shows you how much work you got to put in. And he put that work in.
You ever played against him?
Nope, never played against. I played against his brother though at Liberty. His brother was at Liberty when I was at East Carolina.
Gotcha. How was his defense?
His defense was pretty straight. I mean, he wasn't really a liability. He could definitely still shoot it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a decent player in college too though.
I asked that question because he's the one guard, when Steph is going up against him, I want to watch because he picks Steph pockets all the time.
Right.
I mean,
that brother you love. The same with LaMelo Ball and Alonzo.
Yeah. So let me ask, with you talked about putting in the work. How much when it gets to the college level, it's not about basketball. It's all about all of the other things that we don't see when the camera and the lights come on. How much is that way more valuable than actually on the court practicing and shooting and doing the reps?
That's the key.
Okay.
And what I can with a key or a little gem to throw out there is learn that now. Mm-hmm. Learn that when you're little, when you're young. Learn to conduct yourself as a professional, just so you'll get in the habits of practicing good habits. And that's just a little gem that I didn't learn it, but I did it from the time that. So my mom was a school teacher, and so from kindergarten to 5th grade, I was on 3-a-days with not even intentional. It wasn't on purpose. She had to be to work early. I'm like, well, I don't want to sit in your classroom. I'm gonna go out here to the court. I would play before school. When she had to leave, I was after school, and then we had practice or whatever. So I was 3-a-days from kindergarten to 5th grade, just not even no trainer, no nothing, but just hooping. And so that was my level up because nobody else was 3-a-days. Nobody in my age frame or even older than me was doing 3-a-days. So it was just that work ethic just now. So when you get to college, it's that same work ethic. You got to be there before school, after school, and you got to get you some before you go to bed at night. And so if you want to stay consistent in college, them workouts, them after hours, and foreseeing them unseen hours is what really counts. And that's when you really got to maximize that time. And so even with study hall and school and girls and whatever you wanted to be about, you got to make time for what's important and what you're there for, because they ain't gonna pay you that scholarship and you just gonna waste it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back to the girls and the partying because ECU is known for it.
Yeah.
But I like that story, man. I like how you described that, because Malcolm Gladwell, he's a writer. He popularized the idea of that 10,000 hours. You got to get 10,000 hours to become an expert at something. And he tells all of these stories about folks that weren't necessarily doing it intentionally, thinking like, oh, I got to get 10,000 hours, but they were doing it because they had those opportunities. Bill Gates was going to a college, sneaking out of his house, going to a college and programming on computers. The Beatles were playing sets in Hamburg, Germany before anybody knew who they were. Like stuff like that. So you just described how you got your 10,000 hours starting very young because those opportunities presented themselves because of your mom's schedule. And that's fire.
Yep. And
now back to those girls. ECU.
Man.
How were you able to handle that, man? You a big dog on campus. Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I hope, and I just hope they don't see it. But nah, man, I was focused, man. I had a girlfriend. I had. So
you was locked in.
So I was locked in.
Cool.
We're
gonna leave it at that. We got them sweating and stay with it. You heard what we said.
So you went back to campus?
Not yet. I am trying to get back down there. I'm trying to get into coaching some more. I was coaching at Enloe for the past probably like 5-6 years. And it was just it was a dope experience to see that growth from those kids. And then I picked up training. And so I've been training and coaching and mentoring here and there. I'm an assistant director at the Garner Road Community Center. So I'm real kid oriented, trying to change their perspective on life and trying to better them.
All right, so we're gonna get into some fun stuff.
All right.
All this has been great. It's been fun, but now we get into the debate situation.
Who's your GOAT? There it is.
That's
exactly what I was about to ask.
My GOAT is always gonna be Mike.
All right.
That's
we
all.
Had no more problems.
That's gonna be my GOAT. You feel me? But
go on, say it.
I know everybody is like, you can't put Mike in there.
No, Mike is probably the least argued GOAT.
Yeah,
I agree.
He's my GOAT, and I know everybody's GOAT is probably LeBron. But
maybe in today's generation, you'll probably say LeBron. Yes.
Yeah.
So if you had an opportunity, any generation, who is your all-time starting five?
Ooh.
Any generation, you can pick from any of them, current, as far back as you want to go. Who's your starting five?
Starting five. All right. I'm gonna go LeBron at the one.
Big boy at the one.
I love it.
A point guard, pick a 6'8", maybe 6'9".
The best passer in the world, probably. He's probably he's a facilitator.
Yeah.
And I'm
better than Joker.
Yeah. Good.
I just need to get that on record for the Joker fans out there. I'm sorry, the Joker fans.
I'm gonna go Mike at it too, for sure.
At it too.
Yeah.
All right.
This is a toughie because you got Mike, and I mean I could go. It's either between KD or Kobe.
Okay.
I know who I would go with.
I'm gonna have to go KD.
Okay, KD at the 3.
I'm gonna go Diesel at my 5. Big Diesel back in the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Power forward.
Get fun there. They get fun. That 4 spot.
I don't know. That one pretty easy too to me.
To you,
depends on what you want.
Right?
It's true. That's true.
That's true.
But you know what? I would change my answer because of who he took at the 3.
All right. Who you got at your 4 though?
Oh man, this is hard. But I'll probably go KG.
I love it. Yes,
That's who I would have picked.
I love
Nah,
it.
go
That's who I would have
KG.
picked.
Hey man,
That's that
a
dog. That's the
nasty-
gone.
It's all they all mean. Every
Yeah.
last one. No, Brian ain't mean.
Brian,
KD ain't mean.
That's
yeah,
true too.
yeah,
Talking
he
about Brian
not.
ain't mean.
Neither one of them are mean. They're friendly people.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian don't need to be mean. He just gonna run by you,
Yeah, and over you.
dunking on your head.
Yeah. Starting five is a good starting five. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
What would you change?
I would probably take KD out,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna put Kobe there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Kobe there because
Okay.
Kobe and Mike are gonna be trying to see who's better at everything on the court. Who
True
knocking
that.
who up? Who gonna?
Yeah.
They're gonna try to one up each other, and LeBron is gonna make sure he's facilitating to them two. And then there's nobody doing anything with Shaq. And KG is just KG. He talking crazy, so everybody can talk about their game. So I probably put Kobe at the three. Other than that, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's one of those things where you can't go wrong. Like, I can see.
Now you
This
can
is
pick
gonna
a.
sound wild, right? But hear me out. I could see not going with KD or Kobe.
Yeah.
Going with Bron at the 3
Yeah.
and going with D Rose at the 1.
You could.
Yeah.
You
Like,
could.
now you got a team that's running at you, and nobody wants to be down there for that.
Like if you really want to, like we were like playing, we just playing Russian roulette with everything.
Yeah.
We can remove Shaq and put Akeem there.
You can.
Yeah.
Like
David Robinson.
if you want to run a team,
you want to run.
Put Robinson there. You know what I mean? So take Garnett out and put Duncan there. So
yeah.
you really
but
pick your
I want
poison.
guys that can lock up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want guys that can lock up.
So no, it's a great start five. There is no wrong answer. You know what I'm saying? There is no wrong answer when you pick a start five. When you're talking about legends, transcendent players, you really can't go wrong.
Yeah,
nah, you
know
can't.
what I mean?
So you coach that Enloe.
Mhm.
Isn't that's Nate McMillan's alma mater, right?
Yep. My uncle went there too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Danny Young.
What's his name?
Danny Young.
Danny Young.
Yeah. He went to Portland. He played there, but he played for the Portland Trailblazers too.
Nice.
And Poobie Chapman, Central's all-time assist leader.
Yep.
That's my dog right there.
Nice.
Who else went to Chris Wilcox, Mike Bell. Them some.
Now around your age, isn't like Chris Paul's around your age, right?
He's a little bit older.
A little bit, but
yeah.
Y'all never crossed paths?
Nope. So we crossed.
Chris got lucky.
Yeah. Nah. He was when I went to my visit at Wake Forest. They was doing a little pickup. But I don't think he didn't play that. He didn't play. But it was who was the shooter they had when he was there? It was him. Who was that shooter they had?
The other kid that went to the NBA.
Yeah.
He played small forward.
No. The shooter. It was. I had to look up that team. But they had a. Whew,
had a shooter, a gunner.
Yeah.
Lights out.
And you was watching them run.
Yeah, they was doing the pickups and stuff, and so they let us get in at the end. But I think Chris and them went to the locker room. You know how they go.
Yeah, he's ducking smoke.
Yeah, they was ducking. They was ducking that wreck.
You and Chris about the same height.
Yeah, back then.
Probably taller than him.
So back then it would have been he would have got a little run for his money.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I love it, man. Is there anything that you want to add? To the people that they don't know about you and your upbringing in basketball here in the North Carolina area?
Everybody pretty know much everything about me. I can say I have shifted to that being a director, trying to help the youth, being a teacher. So I was a teacher. I was a substitute teacher for about 6 years now, but it was like a long-term position. But I got a chance to see the way the system is running. The machine is not for us, and so a lot of kids are missing a lot of programs and stuff that's beneficial to them.
Give us an example of something that you see as a need.
More life skills. Conflict resolution type programs, teaching kids the basics. You feel me? How to conduct yourself in public. how to talk, how to speak, how to. It's a lot that these kids are missing. Why our babies are missing at an early age, and so that's why I'm in elementary, because that's where it all starts. It starts, you know what I'm saying, from kindergarten to 5th grade, to where they don't get these needs met, and then it just carries over, and they just get passed along to middle school, and the needs don't get met in middle school, high school. By the time they get to high school, it's like it's too late. It's too late. And my thing is like they'll go through this for the past 10 years, and there's no answer for it, and it's like they keep repeating it, saying we're gonna keep doing the same thing, but that's just like, that's insanity. That's the definition of insanity. Right. Doing the same thing over, thinking it's gonna change. But these kids are like, their social media has them on another level, to where they're not even, they're operating on a different frequency than us. So it's time for us to listen. We're not listening to them, and that's where the disconnect is. It's not 30 years ago, and a lot of people thinking it's 30 years ago, and they don't go for that old ways. They what makes sense, and in that, if it don't make sense, it doesn't make sense. So
tough, man.
You want to wrap it up?
No, I want to keep talking.
Keep talking.
No, well, I do want to mention though, like real talk, that you know, when Talib and I were young, we got to high school, you know, there was a little bit of like, you know, still immaturity and stuff like that going on with us. We had a mentor, an educator that kind of got hold of us and was able to get us back on the right path. You know, we didn't veer far, but he just made sure that the streets weren't going to get us.
Right.
Because, you know, when we came from the streets,
took a lot
of guys.
Yeah, get you quick.
Took a lot of guys. But, you know, shout out to Dr. West. He got us back on the right path. And we could sit here with you and chop it up.
Yeah, man. I know it'll get deep, man. But yeah, I appreciate y'all having me.
Thank you,
for
man.
sure.
We appreciate you. Look, we're gonna make sure you guys follow Brock on his social media. Would you mind sharing with the people what
Brock
your social media is?
Brock Young 10 on IG.
We'll drop it in the notes too. So everybody will have it.
Yeah.
Man, we appreciate you coming out.
Yes, sir.
Spending this time with us.
Yes, sir.
And you know how we do it. Most important, stay winning.
I stay winning. I'm winning. I stay winning. I did it. I stay winning. I'm winning. Never losing. I'm winning. Or caught slipping. I did it. I stay winning. I'm winning. I stay winning. Yeah.